Hey, how's it going? It's your mystical tarot bunny Katsumi here, and I've got a timeless weekly reading just for you. I trust the universe has guided you here right on time, so take what resonates and let the rest gently float away. Now let's hop in and see what's happening for you in the week ahead. So yeah, starting off, I got some messages around you are going into some sort of like you're climbing the ladder of success, or you're climbing up towards success. I got something like that. It looks to be that you're also overcoming many burdens. I'm getting related to debts, just personal hurdles that you've had to overcome, a lot of obstacles in your way throughout the past week. And you're just overcoming that this week, which is fantastic to hear. And it looks to be that many of you are also coming into some sort of inheritance. It sounds as though it's family related. And perhaps that has a lot to do with the great wealth that is coming into the week ahead. So it looks to be that it's quite interesting. And that wealth might just also just be spiritually, may not necessarily be materially, but it could also be physically or even emotionally, that people are sharing the abundance of emotion with you at this time too. So starting off, you have the Page of Wands, okay? And that Page of Wands is really all about you being curious at this time. You have individuals around you who are opening up new paths in your way. And that is happening so much so as you are learning and you're being enthusiastic about your approach towards learning as well. You're full of spirit and action at this time too throughout the week. So that looks to be that much of the week ahead will really be resonant on terms of you pursuing your passions, right? So that's pretty exciting to hear. Universe wants me to take this one. Ooh, the Empress. It's interesting to see the Empress because that major arcana is all about you creating and having a sense of nurturing around you. There's a sense of abundance coming in for you this week, 100%. And it looks to be that there's some sense of fertility, parenthood, or the embodiment of it that is going to be expressed throughout the week. So many people are currently seeing you in this very like parenthood like mindset or vibe, aura I'm getting, right? People are seeing you almost like a mentor even. So your words and wisdom will most definitely resonate with many people around you. And that's really going to create a sense of community around you. So it looks to be that many of you are starting some sort of almost like group, some sort of I was getting almost like you're advocating for something, or perhaps you're even just presenting something to many people, and many of those individuals will be able to relate to your experiences. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Bit of a kerfuffle here with the card, so that might be of resonation with some of you as well. Might be resonating. So there's a little bit of Two of Cups vibes coming throughout the week too. So it looks to be that there's going to be some individuals coming into your energy related to partnerships and connections overall. Okay, and those connections very well might have something to do with just having mutuality in a certain situation, right? You're coming into some sense of union with many people around you, right? And there's a little bit of sense of love there. So I'm getting a sense that it may not just be necessarily romantically, but I'm getting a connection of hearts is coming through, right? Yeah. And you also have the Knight of Wands. And that Knight of Wands is really you coming across as this person who is action-driven. You're coming forth with this intensity, this passionate pursuit. I definitely got like that vibe early on in the reading, which is cool to see. Okay, very passionate pursuits. And you might be like, I'm getting a sense that I'm doing this reading early in the morning, so the lighting's all interesting, but I was like getting a sense that there's something in you that's awakening, and you're waking up to it early in the day. You're waking up to it fresh and renewed. You're giving yourself time to relax and recover from instances of the past week or even several months prior, as you get to this moment in time. And that's kind of the energies that I'm sensing. We got a little bit of back of the deck energy with that Queen of Pentacles, that Knight of Cups, as well as the Ace of Pentacles. I'll put these down on the spread here. And it just seems to be that the universe wants me to express those emotions for you, and as well as the Seven of Pentacles. So I think that'll be those cards for this particular spread. But yeah, I'm getting a sense that many of you are just coming into a lot of just like really good vibes. You're taking care of yourself. I'm getting a sense that you're drinking water, you're exercising, you're thinking about the foods that you're eating throughout this week. It's really just you having a level of self-compassion and love for yourself. it feels as though you've been very almost competitive, almost like a me versus me vibe, where it's like you are constantly thinking about the next version of yourself, how to better yourself every single day, waking up to these ideas of like how to come into that motion, right? So I'm getting that vibe as well with that Knight of Wands. That's what I was feeling. And yeah, with that Page of Wands energy and Seven of Pentacles energy backing that up, that Seven of Pentacles is really just you being patient and investing and reflecting on the results that are coming in. It's almost as if you've planted the seeds of prosperity and opportunity far into the past, and now you're just waiting for it to grow so you are able to harvest that energy, right? Harvest the rewards, reap the rewards you deserve, right? And it looks to be that that energy is being backed up by the Knight of Swords. So there's some interesting energies that are just kind of also being almost like aggressive towards you. I'm getting a sense that these are other oppositions, perhaps, that they're rushing in with their decisiveness and things like that. It doesn't necessarily seem too much negative, but it does bring a sense of some conflict in terms of like the thought or the inevitability of something. I'm getting the truth of something, perhaps, that you'll have to face sometime or the other. And it looks to be that many of you are just waking up to that in the near future, or you already have, right? And by doing so, you're going to have a sense of rootedness, right? A sense of being just very resourceful with that Queen of Pentacles, just in terms of how you're finding your stability with that earth energy, both materially, physically, and mentally. And then you will then traverse as the Knight of Cups. And that's interesting to see the Knight of Swords followed by the Knight of Cups. That Knight of Cups is really just you finally reaching your pursuits in terms of idealism, sense of charm, and romanticizing the things of the future, right? With that Knight of Swords. And that's really the connections and relationships that you're building with others at this time. Ooh. My alarm popping up. So that might be a significance. Maybe it might also be just confirmation from the universe that you are stepping into those pursuits, stepping into those dreams of yours. And then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is you planting the seeds of prosperity, the opportunities. So it looks to be that opportunities will be growing from the past and from the present moment, and that's beautiful to see because you're constantly creating a cycle of abundance in your path forward. Okay, let's check out the other energies for today, see what else we get from the universe. Starting off, beware of greed. Yeah, there are a little bit of conflict in terms of some relationships. Okay, I do get some sense of family sorrow for some reason that many of you are enduring at this time. But nonetheless, there is some victory in the endeavors, okay? I'm getting a sense that has perhaps something to do with like family debts, okay? Which created some sort of burden for many of you. And it looks to be that many of you were put in a position of authority as you were going about those endeavors, trying to ensure I'm getting financial stability of your family, the happiness and well-being of your family. And it looks to be things work out, okay, in the near future, if not already. There's a bit of disappointment in some of the affairs that you're traversing through as well. So just use your intuition to make the beneficial change towards those circumstances, okay? And I'm getting a sense that something along the lines of maybe some sort of disagreements that might have occurred, some bit of conflict, right? It's a bit of like hollow victories in that regard, where you find out certain truths to certain matters, and it's going to be a little bit heartbreaking and over what you no longer have. But it looks to be that these dealings with this particular woman, or if not feminine figure in your life, will eventually develop, and you'll just have a sense of enlightenment through the interaction with them, more higher sense of awareness and understanding of the situation going forward. So that looks to be what the energies are producing here today. And yeah, just kind of finalizing the messages here. Yeah, good advice from a wise person. Yeah, perhaps seek some advice from someone around you at this time who you almost like want to counsel. Perhaps you are married and you have a partner you can confide in at this time, which would be a good way to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do next going forward. And yeah, it has something to do with discord among family and friends. So yeah, definitely getting that vibe there in terms of you needing to defend yourself. But if you have those you can confide in and get advice from, those individuals would be quite useful to get perspective from during these obstacles you're facing throughout the week. But yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and join our cozy community by subscribing. Until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.